What's up guys, Ryan here. Today I wanted to do a video talking about a great KDP publication that comes out each month specifically geared to help KDP sellers and specifically really low content book sellers identify profitable niches. And this is similar to, let's say, like Merch Informer for KDP, except where, Merch Informer or Book Bolt are kind of open-ended and they focus very specifically on looking at Amazon and what's already selling, which there's nothing wrong with. This publication aims to help you project what's going to be successful in the future. So it comes out on the first of each month and it talks about the up and coming month. So you're always planning ahead and trying to position yourself to succeed in the near future. So before I dive in and tell you more about it, I just wanted to go over and introduce, if any of you guys are new to my channel, introduce myself. My name's Ryan Hogue. I've sold over $1.4 million on Amazon to date, and also I went ahead and got a master's degree and have been teaching at the college level for almost 6 years. I teach web development there, but I also mention that because I like to teach how to make passive income. That's what my YouTube channel is dedicated to. And while we talk about KDP and EasyPub, I wanted to let you guys know that I also have a really nice KDP playlist of videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out absolutely free, that'll get you started if you're a beginner and work your way up through some more advanced concepts. I also wanted to make you guys aware that I publish transparent passive income reports each month. You can find them on my blog and by just subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that little bell so you get a notification whenever I drop a new one. But I do distinguish my Amazon FBA profits from my Amazon merch profits, from KDP profits to my print on demand profits. I even include Google ad revenue from a popular website that I run. And last thing to mention is that I took time to write a full KDP course so that you can look over my shoulder and see exactly how I went from $0 to $3,500 profit in my first 2.5 months on KDP and have scaled that up since. All right, now back to EasyPub profits. They call themselves your monthly guide to successful Kindle Direct publishing. So what is EasyPub profits? It's a monthly publication that gets sent out to subscribers on the first of each month. It is packed with what they call creative concepts. Now I pulled this straight from their February guide. They send you a list of ideas. So this is what I was kind of alluding to earlier. It's not like BookBolt or Merch Informer where it's an open-ended, almost search engine where you input a criteria and it goes and looks at Amazon's catalog and tries to return results dynamically. Not the case. In this case, they give you specific niches and ideas based on time frames, based on, they scoped it out to 1 month at a time. And like I said, they'll give you it a month in advance. So I'm going to show you some examples from February's guide in this video that you would have received on January 1st, which would have given you time to prepare. Another thing that I love about what they do, though, and how they structure their content is they also break it down into actionable advice, meaning they will try to guide you and give you goals to meet on a daily basis. Similar to how Amazon Merch gamifies the merch platform by giving you like daily upload limits and maximum upload limits. And it really makes it almost fun to participate, and they kind of break that down and break KDP down into more digestible bites. So one of the publishers' names is Fizz, and he claims that when he made the switch from writing out his book interiors, each one was his own book, to publishing high quality, low content books that were very intently targeted at high search volume, near future events, that he was able to scale his KDP business to nearly 6 figures annually. So now that I've got your attention, because I know everybody loves hearing that 6-figure term, that 6-figure buzzword, let me give you a high-level overview of what you can expect if you choose to subscribe to EasyPub profits. Now, again, let me just remind you, this isn't going to be for everybody. You have to kind of figure out what's for you. This is really for an audience that wants to be handheld. You want that security, knowing that when you have like an hour to yourself to sit down and publish some books, that you can just open up the EasyPub Profits guide, scroll down to the niche ideas pages, and just kind of follow along. And let me give you an idea of what to expect. So the first section you'll see is the monthly niche spotlight. Now, this is not just one main niche. This can include multiple very big, high traffic niches. And again, we're using February as an example here. I know most of you guys expected this to be Valentine's Day, and you're thinking, well, why, do I need somebody to tell me to publish books targeted at the Valentine's Day niche? No, this is actually also American Heart Month. So we're digging a little bit beyond what's probably most obvious and going to something else that's still pretty obvious. But heart disease really affects a lot of Americans, and I'm not going to read the history of American Heart Month to you, but just know that they do give a nice little blurb about why things are relevant that they suggest. And they go on down, by the way, I just kind of took some screenshots from the publication for February. But they say, action step, take the examples provided below, do some research, set a goal to publish at least one book a day. All right, so by the end of February, you'll have at least 29 new books up. And they go on even further, actually. I didn't mention it here, but they go on to tell you like what kind of books to publish. So going back to the heart disease example, they say like consider publishing heart-healthy cookbook recipes, or maybe a blood pressure diary, things like that, things that would go along with heart disease. And if you need more ideas, and they don't list everything out for you, you can always just go to Google, right? So another popular niche in February is going to be Black History Month, and they recommend tapping into the heritage and history of African Americans and kind of finding some creative entry point to publish low content journals with that in mind. Again, looking at the action step here, they recommend going to Google Images and looking for not only, famous African Americans, but accompanying like maybe quotes that are associated with famous African Americans that you have the right to use. They also give you some examples of low-content books that are kind of cross-niching, such as Dope Black Nurse Living Her Best Life, Young Gifted Black Teacher, 49% Pianist, 51% Black Excellence, 49% Guitarist, 51% Black Talent. They're just giving you ideas that obviously could easily be scaled out. For instance, like the Pianist book. You can go get music sheets as an interior. I'm sure like BookBolt has one of those probably for free. The Guitarist, I know I've seen the Guitar Tab notebook on BookBolt as well. And while I'm on the topic of interiors, if you are a subscriber to Easy Pub Profits, they'll also give you some custom interiors each month. They'll give you new ones. And some additional like high attention niches to consider. It's also Dog Training Education Month, Bird Feeding and Bird Watching Month, which don't sleep on that one. That's a big opportunity. Like I didn't show all the content because I didn't want to just copy paste their whole guide into this video, but like they had some really good blurbs about how much money, how many billions of dollars each year are spent on bird watching in that industry, which completely foreign to me, but really interesting. Because obviously if we're trying to sell low content books, we'll sell to anybody, right? And it really seemed to me that I've been sleeping on the bird watching niche, if you will. Another section you can look forward to learning some niche opportunities from are the monthly niche mentions, where we're going to analyze lesser known niches. For instance, did you know that February was Canned Food Month? I had no clue. Or National Cherry Month, or National Grapefruit Month. I love grapefruits, by the way, so that, who knows? Maybe I'll buy a low content journal with a grapefruit on it because I can't get enough grapefruit for breakfast. But yeah, so these are just putting these on your radar, some additional opportunities that are out there for you to potentially target with your low content covers. But to be fair, the niches that are covered in the primary section, they spend a lot more time explaining and giving you actionable ideas, whereas these lesser known ones, they do not spend much time on. It's really just putting it on your radar. All right, and then the next section, important dates to highlight. Obviously, a low-hanging fruit one is going to be Valentine's Day, right? We can all think of Valentine's Day, but what about Groundhog Day, February 2nd? There's a funny movie about Groundhog Day that most of you guys have probably seen. And yeah, it's like, why sleep on this niche? This is a popular, like, in the mainstream media, they'll be talking about it. And anytime, if you can turn on a TV and see somebody talking about something like Groundhog Day, that is going to directly translate into web searches. Like, you can go to Google Trends and see the spike in search volume. And that, I'm not guaranteeing it will, but, you're never going to get a sale on a product that people aren't looking for, right? So if people are typing in keywords into a search engine, you want a product associated with those keywords, and Groundhog Day is a great opportunity. World Cancer Day, February 4th. Rather than read you the whole paragraph here, essentially anything that comes to your mind, like sometimes they'll tell you to publish like the music journals or, the blood pressure journals. But in this case, like literally anything that can help somebody with cancer is a worthy cause to pursue as far as low content publishing goes. Valentine's Day, February 14th. They give you an extremely easy, and I know a bunch of people actually that use this method to get sales on KDP, to get really good sales. And essentially you can just go and look at cards, look at the covers of cards, and get great ideas for low content book covers. It doesn't even have to just be Valentine's Day. It could be like birthdays or any other holiday. So that's really good advice because I know that works. Singles Awareness Day. Now, how many people are going to go looking at Valentine's Day and making cute couples journals and miss maybe even a bigger low-hanging fruit, which is for the people that are single, which, by the way, I don't know if the stat that I read was it probably was in this publication, that I think the majority of people are single. Yeah, it says right here, actually. Recent figures show that over half of all Americans ages 16 and older are single. So this is just as big of an opportunity. Okay, maybe not just as big, because if you're in a relationship, you have to pony up some money and get a nice Valentine's Day gift. But if you're single, you might not have to, so whatever. But anyways, Singles Awareness Day. Don't sleep on that. Go find some funny jokes about being single. They even provide some down here. I'm single by choice. Not my choice, but it's still a choice. Like, guys, go watch some of my other videos on designing KDP low content covers. You can literally just put like a black background and some text that says that. And you can, I'm not going to guarantee you'll get a sale because it's really a function of how many other people are selling the same thing. But something that simple, a simple white text, black background, that can get sales. And you never know. It's like once you get one sale and Amazon starts ranking it higher, and then you might get another sale if you're lucky. And before you know it, you're converting at a high rate, you're building sales momentum, and you can be ranked towards the top of page 1 and you can make a killing. All right, that's how the big money is made. It's not from, you can make good money selling a bunch of evergreens, but it's really the ones that kind of rise to the top of the high volume niches. Those are the ones that are really going to make you close to that 6-figure mark. All right, guys, and that's all I really wanted to share with you about EasyPub profits. It is very simple. You can subscribe for $10 a month using the link in the description. And on the first of each month, you'll get that guide with basically, I don't want to call it like secrets. A lot of it is low-hanging fruit, but just remember, they're taking the time to give you, they write out a little blurb about why you should care. They give you strategic ideas about how to tap into these high volume, high profit niches, and they'll give you actual like examples of both covers with clever sayings and interiors to pair with it. So this isn't just like the spammy low content books to be throwing up on KDP, which, by the way, I have nothing against. Like, I'm still making money taking somewhat of that approach. I wouldn't call it spammy because I am making high quality designs that I am listing for sale on Merch by Amazon, and then I convert them to KDP covers. I'm going to continue taking that approach until I max out my merch slots, but I digress. Back to EasyPub profits, guys. It's worth checking out for at least a month. See how much money you're able to generate by following their advice. Keep in mind, you're learning directly from somebody who's nearly a 6-figure KDP annual sales seller, who's been on KDP for years and tried both approaches, writing content and publishing low content, and has been successful at both. They personally are recommending the switch to low content, high quality. And before I leave you, I just wanted to mention that if you opt to subscribe, you get the monthly PDF guides, you get multiple low content interiors that are ready to upload, you get access to their private Facebook group, you get actionable advice, which again, I love those two words because taking action, literally the biggest difference between somebody who wants to be successful and someone that is successful is the A word, action. And then you get starting keywords. So again, they're not just saying, hey, target this broad niche, but they'll a lot of times say, hey, here's how I would try to carve out a sub niche within the broader niche that you know is going to be talked about by people and on TV and wherever else. So anyways, guys, thank you for checking out this video. I hope it helped. If it did, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be alerted to things like when I publish my monthly income reports or anything else, go ahead and hit the bell as well. And I'll see you guys at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyanSmethod.com. Thank you.